Appendix A, platoon meetings, leadership of the informal platoon meetings, coordinate training efforts of the platoon. Platoon meetings have three objectives: gathering information for the subordinate leaders of the training, proficiency of the soldiers, discussing preparation, upcoming training, soliciting an idea for the future training requirements, organization overview, planning training meeting for the organized view of the company training meetings, only less formal in nature, they are held every week, every month, reserve component during inactive training. Duty training generally lasts about 30 minutes, one key leader attends. Each squad section level unit represented by an NCO, keep the number of the leaders to assist minimum allow with the more canon and efficiency chain with the information typical list of attendees. For the platoon mechanism listed below, platoons leader, sergeant, squad leader, section leader. Some of the platoons do not nearly fit with the mold of the infantry or armor platoons. These platoons of the platoon leader of the platoon sergeant together decide what is attend with the meeting. Keep it in mind with the objective is to each section represented by one NCO. For example, the maintenance platoon without a platoon leader may have a list of attendees resemble the list as shown: platoon sergeant, recovery section sergeant, reservist section sergeant, master chief sergeant, a PLL section sergeant. Whenever the composition list of the participant platoon sergeant ensure that all the NCOs are prepared for the meeting. The meeting, everyone being on time, properly equipped to the minimum of the NCO. They need to bring the following to meet: the platoon leader book, paper, pencil, with the training schedules and calendar. When meeting is conducted, the field leader is assembled the convention location in the back of the Bradley fighting vehicle under a tree or in a tent. The key is the meeting. The formal elaborate with the training aids of the other prompts are not necessary for successful meeting. Agenda general of the platoon file with the established agenda of the executing training meetings allowed with the quick of the efficiency meeting very simple as the system for the issue of the operation order for over the tactical operation. Keep it in mind the three objectives of platoon meetings. Simple agenda appears as follows: squad section training assessment, platoon leader assessment, preparation for the training, the future training with command guidance. Last week, concentrated recover the M1 tanks Bradley fighting vehicle with the mixed in mud, murdered in the mud and turret level. All crews recover the go with the HQ 87. The sergeant Jones with his crew just did not understand the basic rigging principle after repeating training during the AAR for the training. It became clear that they didn't bother with the prerequisite training with the crew of the headquarters 87 will be in the motor pool Friday working on rigging drills. Squad section training assessment. Squad leaders give the platoon leader the assessment training conducted since the last platoon meeting. This does not need the elaborate briefing since the platoon leader normally attends all of the meetings. Squad leaders will only highlight with the right over the wrong with the squad figure B1. Show the example of the vehicle recovery section sergeant assessment for the training. Purpose of the squad section assessment to get honest input directly with the first line leader of the squad perform the task stated that was needed to come out during the discussion. Likewise, squad leader feels the squad cannot perform a task and standards that need to be set. The platoon leader must establish atmosphere when there is an occur. Platoon leader's assessment upon completion of the squad assessment of the platoon leader give the assessment of the staff of the platoon collective task support of the company military mission central task list. This assessment is based upon the squad assessment, personal observation, discussion of the platoon sergeant upon announcing his assessment. The leaders up to date with the leaders book appropriate new entry of the collective task proficiency elements of the platoon assessment. Our platoon collective task title is company mission essential task list that it supports. Briefing training practice untrained go or no go is appropriate to brief the description why for this assessment plan to improve the possibility at the time may be delayed but until the next meeting. Preparation for the training phase of the platoon meeting. It belongs with the platoon sergeant. Platoon leader has developed and received the approval of the training program. Platoon sergeant to see if the training is thoroughly prepared to execute capacity. Platoon sergeant must personally ensure pre-execution checks are completed with nothing of the good effect the quality of the training last chance to do this. Platoon sergeant ensure the NCO prepares himself, prepare the training resources, preparing training support personnel, prepares the soldier prerequisite training. Much of this review is discussed one by one between the platoon sergeant and the nearly NCO training. However, during the platoon meeting, the squad leader briefs specifically for the training, ensure they cover the minimum key pre-execution checklist, rehearsal plan, homework requirements, any unresolved problems. Platoon sergeant maintaining the tempo of the meeting and promoting squad leaders with the questions and suggestion training being discussed. The platoon sergeant, platoon leader is not satisfied that the training is prepared with the sham, but the discussion is continued after the meeting. Short range training, platoon leader needs to solicit recommendation, future training, NCO. This is the change for the squad leader for the ask for the time, the training schedule for the collector and training deficiency. Squad leader, give the data and leader books to select the individual collective tasks require attention. Platoon leader, platoon sergeant evaluate the input after meeting to decide on the specific task individual collective. The field may require attention. Platoon leader then develop the detailed plan, brief the company company commander either one by one during the company training meeting. Company guidance, although command guidance is generally passed to subordinates as soon as they receive the platoon meeting. It's good time for a recap. The platoon leader briefs the new training guidance and the command directive of the platoon sergeant covered the specific guidance of the first sergeant and the chief commander sergeant major. Tips of the success meeting. A good efficiency meeting with the many shapes and forms. The techniques listed below apply to all of the types of platoon, both active and reserve. Conduct the meeting at the same time, place each week, and make them mandatory. Try a standing meeting. Do not use chairs if the meetings are lasting too long. Enforce the use of the leader books. Listen when it is time to listen. Do not wait until the meeting to conduct essential coordination. Focus on the training issue. Leave with administrator the details until after the meeting. There's 101 issues after the meeting. Alright, Appendix B, leader books.